Hello friends, welcome to Net Chemistry. We were discussing about term symbols. Today we will continue with the same topic and we have seen the term symbol of two non-equivalent electrons. As I said, this many term symbols are there: electronic term symbol, atomic term symbol, molecular term symbol. We have to cover one more topic: selection rules, allowed transition and forbidden transition. In this section, electronic term symbol, we have discussed already about two non-equivalent electrons, right? And the remaining is from in electronic transition two equivalent electrons is pending, that we will discuss. And again coming to atomic term symbol. Atomic term symbol is nothing but boron, aluminum, bismuth, any atoms. For that, how to calculate the term symbol of that atoms. And the next one is molecular term symbol. If we are getting a molecule like oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, lithium, helium, it is like a molecule form. How to calculate the term symbol of a molecule. And then coming to the selection rule. Selection rule for the transition, electronic transition, which transition is allowed and which transition is forbidden, that you have to be thorough. Okay. This many things we will discuss. Okay, already done with two non-equivalent electrons. Now how to calculate the term symbol for equivalent electrons. Okay, shall we start? Yes, we will see coupling between two equivalent electrons. What is equivalent electron? As I said last video, it is like p2 coupling, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital, etc. It is between the two equivalent electrons. How to calculate the coupling between two equivalent electrons? First we have to construct a table. Okay, first you have to construct a table. What table you have to construct? You have to construct a table with the angular momentum of the orbitals. What all are the angular momentum of orbital for p orbital? It is -1, 0 and 1, right? It is -1, 0 and 1, right? That you know already. L values of p orbital is -1, 0 and 1, right? I no need to explain about it. So construct a table with angular momentum of the orbital. Then what you have to do? You have to sum up all the horizontal, whatever you have filled in horizontal and whatever you have filled in vertical, you have to add it. Add the L values. Okay, add the L values. Then you will get a diagonal elements and off diagonal elements. I am saying first. Okay, I will show you how to construct a table. Then you will be getting diagonal and off diagonal elements. You have to take all the diagonal and off diagonal elements, and all these diagonal elements and off diagonal elements represents, which represents what it is representing? And your capital L value. Okay, you know the formula. You know what is the formula? 2s plus 1 Lj. In this L values you will be getting, right? L values you will be getting from this table. Electrons, you know p orbitals L values are -1, 0 and 1, as I said. So what we are going to do here, we are going to construct a table and going to find out the L values. Okay, capital L values. Capital L values is nothing but all the summation of the L values. So we will add up this. I have written here also -1, 0, 1 and 1, 0, -1. So you have to add this. 1 minus 1 you will be getting 0. 0 plus 1 you are getting 1. 1 plus 1 you are getting 2. Right? Clear? So I am adding up this horizontal L and vertical L, whatever I have written. I am just doing the summation. Okay? So see, 1 minus 1, 0 you will be getting. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Likewise, 0 minus 1, what is? -1. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 1, 1. Right? Then -1, -1, -2 you will be getting. -1, 0, -1 and 0. Right? This is the table we have got, right? And see, whenever you are adding up these L values, you will be getting one of the diagonal elements 0. Right, we have got a diagonal element. This is the diagonal elements, right? This diagonal element as 0, right? One of the diagonal element 0 we got, and all the off diagonal elements also will represent L values. So what we have to do, we have to see all the diagonal elements and off diagonal elements. All the diagonal elements have to be considered as singlet, and all the off diagonal elements has to be considered as a triplet. So what all are the diagonal elements? One diagonal is 0, right? One diagonal should be 0, I have said, and the other diagonal is there, right? And the other diagonal is this is the two diagonals are there, right? And what all are the diagonal elements now? 0 and 2 are the diagonal elements. So negative value, no need to consider, only numerical values, only positive values. Whatever the numerical number you are getting, that you have to take. So diagonal elements are 0 and 2, and this is the diagonal, right? And what is the off diagonal element? Off diagonal element, if you take, only one is the off diagonal element, right? Off diagonal element is 1, right? This is the off diagonal element. So 1 is the off diagonal. So what is the condition? All the diagonal elements should be considered as singlet, and all the off diagonal elements are triplet. Okay, what I am saying, this 2s plus 1 value is singlet for off diagonal elements and triplet for off diagonal elements. Clear? Now we have got 2s plus 1 value and L value, right? Diagonal element 0 and 2. What 0 represent? 0 represent S and 2 represent D, right? S and D is considered to be singlet. So I am writing a singlet here, that is 2s plus 1. Spin multiplicity should be singlet, and off diagonal element 1, we have got the value L value 1. What is 1 represent? 1 represent P, right? So I am writing a triplet. Off diagonal element should be considered as triplet. So I have written 3. So one more value we have to find out, right? What is that value? J value, you know. J value we have to find out. So S value, you said how to calculate J value, as we discussed in the last video, it is L plus S to L minus S, right? L plus S to L minus S. So one by one we will calculate, okay? I am writing it here. So tell me, if it is 2s plus 1 equal to 1, what is the value for S? S equal to 0, right? We have seen yesterday, both the spin will be cancelling each other. 2s plus 1, right? Both the spin will be cancelling each other. 2 into 0 plus 1, right? Then only you will be getting a value of 1. So S equal to 0 here. 2s plus 1, okay, that you know, right? You have seen the last video, right? I will give you a link in the description. So if you have not seen, please check it. So 2s plus 1 I have written, so 2s plus 1 is 1, then S equal to 0, right? What is the L value? L also equal to 0, right? Then what is the J value? J value is nothing but L plus S, right? L plus S to L minus S. Here no L plus S and L minus S, you no need to take 0 plus 0, you will be getting 0. So what is the time symbol? 1s0 for this condition. Same way we will calculate for 1dj. 1dj, if you are taking S equal to what? The same. Singlet state means S equal to 0. Spin will be cancelling each other. And L value, what is the capital L value? You know, it is 2. So we will see J is equal to L plus S to L minus S, you have to calculate. So J value, what you will be getting? 2 plus 0 you will be getting, right? It is 2 plus 0, you will be getting 2. So what is this time symbol? 1d2, right? 1 is 0, 1d2, and one more thing is there. Here what is the S value? If it is a triplet, S, half plus half. 2 electron spins are adding up in a triplet state, you know. So S equal to 1, right? And what is L value? Equal to 1. So J is equal to L plus S to L minus S, right? So L is equal to 1 and S equal to 1. 1 plus 1 to 1 minus 1, right? 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. 2 to 0 you will be getting 2, 1 and 0. So the value will come like 3p, J values are 3p2, 3p1 and 3p0. Clear? Hope it is very clear for you. We will see one more example for d2 electrons. Same way only d2 what all are the angular momentum L values for d orbital, you know, -2, -1, 0 and 1 and 2, right? Here I am filling up in this table -2, -1, 0, 0, 1 and 2, then 2, 1, 0, 1 more I required. Okay, this is the L values I have written. What all are the L values, you know? D orbital L values, you know, right? -2 to 2. Here also I have written, sorry, here also I have written -2 to 2. Then what I am going to do, I am just adding up 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3, -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, right? This is the way you have to add. What? 2 minus 2, 0, 2 minus 1, 1, 2 plus 0, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 2, 4. Like that you have to add all the L values. Then you will be getting one of the diagonal element should be 0, right? One of the diagonal element you will be getting 0. And what is the other diagonal? Other diagonal element 4 is there, 2 is there, -2, -4. These two diagonals are there, right? So 0, 2 and 4 are the diagonal elements, right? So these diagonal elements will be singlet. And what all are the off diagonal elements? 2, 1 and 3. Okay, 2 already we have taken in the diagonal element. Again no need to take. Whatever the off diagonal elements we have to take. 1 and 3 is the off diagonal element, that will be triplet, right? This is the L values what you are getting. Now tell me, 0 represent S, right? Singlet S, 1 is J, then 2 represent D, right? And 4 represent equal to 4 represent G. After F it will be G, okay? So I am writing 1 G, both the all the J values now you have to calculate. Then 1 represent it will be P, right? It is a triplet state and J value you have to calculate. And 3 represent, what is the 3 represent? 3 represent F, right? That is also triplet. So this many J values now we have to calculate. 1 SJ, what is the S value? Is equal to 0. Spin value is equal to 0. L value is equal to 0. L value is equal to 0. So what is the J value you will be getting? 0, right? So 1 S 0 and 1 DJ, you tell me S equal to 0 here. Everywhere singlet state means S equal to 0. What is the L value? L value is equal to 2. So J value will be 2, right? 1 D 2 and G, for G L value is equal to 4, right? And J value is equal to 4. 1 G 4, right? Then for the triplet state S equal to 1 and L for P is equal to 1, right? L value for P is equal to 1. J is equal to L plus S to L minus S. You have to calculate what L plus S to L minus S. What is the L value? L value is 1, S value is 1. So 1 plus 1 to 1 minus 1, right? 1 plus 1 equal to 2 and 1 minus 1 equal to 0, and middle you will get 1 value. So you have to substitute 2, 1, 0. I am writing it here, okay? 3P2, 3P1 and 3P0, right? Right? Then 3FJ. What is S value? S value equal to 1 and L value is equal to 4F. L value is equal to 3, right? So J value is equal to 3 plus 1, 4. 3 minus 1, 2. So 4, 3 and 2. For that you will be getting 3f4, 3f3 and 3f2. This is the two set of time symbol you will be getting for triplet state, and this is the set of time symbol you will be getting for singlet state. Now you do one thing, you can calculate for F2 electrons. Okay, F2 electrons you have to calculate. You know -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3, right? This is the L values for F orbital. You do it and see, it is one more column will be extending. -3 also you have to include, you have to add it. One of the diagonal element you will be getting 0, and you have to take both the diagonal elements as singlet and off diagonal elements are triplet. If diagonal elements already you have taken, then it is the number is repeating in off diagonal, you no need to take it. See here I have taken 2 in the, we have taken 2 in the diagonal, then we no need to take again in the off diagonal. Then this is the L value, singlet and triplet you have to got. Then singlet means 1 and triplet means 3. 2s plus 1 value you have to give, then only j values you have to find out. J value is nothing but L plus s to L minus s. See, I have written all the time symbol whatever we have got for D2 coupling. Okay, this nine time symbols we have got it. 2 sets of triplets and 1 set singlet. Okay, this many time symbols we have got 9 time symbols. Out of this we have to find out the ground state time symbol. The thing is that you will be getting n number of time symbols. Out of that you have to find out the ground state time symbol. How to find out a ground state time symbol? The term I have said is ground state time symbol. Okay, all the time you will be getting the question ground state time symbol. To predict the ground state time symbol for atoms or molecules or anything, you have to find out the ground state time symbol. There is a rule to predict the ground state time symbol, which is known as, you know, it is very much familiar. What is the rule? Hund's rule. Hund's rule to predict the ground state time symbol. What is Hund's rule saying? There is some 4 postulates are there to predict the ground state time symbol. What is the ground state time symbol as per Hund's rule? First one is, it is saying spin. The term which is highest spin number. Okay, highest spin will be lower in energy. So the term with the highest spin number, highest spin is what? Here it is a triplet spin, right? 3 you have got. So the term with the highest spin number will be lower in energy. First thing, spin, highest spin is triplet state. If you see triplet state itself, you can find out 2 types of L value. In that case, what you have to take is, what you have to take? Higher L value will be lower in energy. So you have got 3p and 3f. As per Hund's rule, 3f you have to take, highest L value will be lower in energy. Okay, so spin rule you know and L value you know. Highest spin multiplicity will be lower in energy, and highest L value will be lower in energy. If you are getting 3p and 3f, the ground state you have to select 3f. Same spin means you have to next consider the L value. Okay, so highest spin will be lower in energy. If you have many L values with the highest spin, here if you are seeing triplet state is p is their L value, triplet state f is their L value. So what you have to take the next is highest L value you have to consider to the lowest energy. Lowest energy is nothing but a ground state time symbol. Okay, next is what? Next is J value. Okay, J value. Next is J value. What about J value? J value, 2 conditions they are saying. If it is less than half filled, you know, right? If it is a P is totally 6 electron, right? P6 it can accommodate. If it is less than half filled means less than 3. For P orbital case I am saying, if it is a less than half filled, you have to consider the lower J value. Less than half filled, you have to consider lower J value. Okay. The condition is less than half filled, electrons are less than half filled, then you have to take the lowest J value. If it is more than half filled, okay, like P4 condition, I am saying in the, for example, P4 orbital, you have to take the highest J value, more than half filled. If it is a more than half filled, you have to take higher J values. Clear? So this is what I am saying, ground state time symbol. To predict the ground state time symbol, Hund's rule. What is the spin multiplicity rule? Highest spin multiplicity will be lower in energy. If the two terms of same multiplicity is available, then you have to go for L value. What it is saying? Highest L value will be lower in energy. Highest L value will be lower in energy. And then you have to consider the J value. If it is a less than half filled orbital, lower J value you have to take. If it is a more than half filled, then higher J values you have to take. Clear? If it is clear, we will see one example. What D2 electron. Now we have seen D2 coupling, right? So for D2 coupling, we have got this many time symbols, right? You have seen, okay, triplet state, singlet state, 3 set you have got, triplet state F and P you got, right? So here see D2 electron, you have got this many time symbols, you know. Now as per Hund's rule, what is the lowest energy, what is the highest energy, we will see. So we know this is the highest spin multiplicity, right? Highest spin multiplicity is 3, but here two L values are there. So what L value you have to consider? Highest L value you have to consider. Here what is the highest L value? In the spin multiplicity, highest L value will be F, right? Then 3F will be very low in energy. Then it will be coming to 3P. Then you tell. Here singlet state you have got 3, right? Which is the highest L value? Here the spin multiplicity is same. So highest L value is G, right? So I am writing 1G, then it will be 1D, then it will be 1S. But there is a slight deviation in experiment. Experimentally, it is coming, there is a slight order difference. After 3F, it is 1D. Okay, this is the experimental observation. Otherwise Hund's rule only you should apply. Okay, here it is an experimental observation for a D2. It is coming after 3F. 1D is the lowest energy, then only 3P, then 1G and 1S. Only D2 orbital case, D2 coupling, this is the order of time symbol. Okay, lowest energy to highest energy. Is it clear? Okay, hope you understand it well. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you are finding it is informative, please share with your friends. Thank you for watching.